All right, so welcome back, everybody, for another deep dive. And today we're taking a look at something pretty wild.
Yeah, this one's fun.
This is a YouTube video called Jump Attack, How You Like That Elden Ring. And you can find it on the channel, Chronicles Beyond the Fog.
Yeah, great channel.
Yeah, and it's, well, as you can probably guess, it's Elden Ring gameplay set to a K-pop song, which honestly we've kind of seen before, like gaming montages and stuff set to music.
Right, yeah, you see a lot of those.
Yeah, but this one I think is doing something a little bit different.
Definitely.
So I'm really curious to hear what you think about this one, because it's got me thinking about, like where's the line between just like throwing a song on top of some gameplay and actually creating something new?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like you said, we've all seen those montages, right? Where it's just like cool gameplay and there's music in the background.
Right.
This is different, though, because the creator here is very intentionally syncing up the lyrics from the song, which is How You Like That by Blackpink.
Oh, yeah, I love that song.
It's a good song. And they're syncing it up with the combat in Elden Ring. And if you've played Elden Ring, you know that, like, jump attacks are, like,
everything.
A huge part of the game.
Yeah.
So much of it comes down to timing and precision and, like, knowing when to dodge and when to jump in for that attack.
And poise breaking, too, right? Like, you got...
Oh, yeah, poise breaking is key.
You got to get those jump attacks in to,
yeah, and knock them down.
Yeah, exactly. It's like seeing that set to this really high-energy K-pop song, it's just like...
It's so good.
It's an interesting combination.
It really is. And it's so well done. Like, the editing is really tight. You can tell that they put a lot of thought into, like, which lyrics to use and when to use them.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there's this one part where the player is just, like, wailing on this boss. And the lyric that comes in is, "Look at you now, look at me."
Oh, I noticed that.
It's so perfect. It's like this moment of, like, yeah, who's in control now? You know?
It's like, are you controlling the player or is the player controlling the boss at that point?
Yeah, exactly. And it makes you think about the power dynamic in the game in a whole new way.
For sure. For sure.
It's not just about, like, beating the game. It's about, like, this whole performance almost, Yeah,
like who's performing for who.
Right.
Yeah, and, it made me think about, like, how video game content creation has, like, changed so much over the years.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, back in the day, it was all about, like, walkthroughs and reviews.
Yeah, or, like, speed runs.
Yeah, exactly. Speed runs and, like, showing off glitches and stuff.
Right.
But now it feels like there's this whole other layer of, like, artistry to it,
Totally. And I think this video is a perfect example of that. Like, it's taking these existing assets, the game, the song, and creating something totally new and unique.
Yeah, like you said, it's not just slapping a song on top of gameplay.
Yeah.
It's like, it's its own art form almost.
It's like a hybrid art form.
Yeah, like a blend of gaming and music and even like meme culture,
Oh, for sure. There's definitely some meme elements in there.
Yeah, and it just makes me wonder, like, where does this fit in the whole spectrum of, like, consumer versus creator?
That's a really interesting question.
Like, on one hand, they're using someone else's game and someone else's song.
Right.
But on the other hand, they're creating something totally new out of it.
Yeah, it's like fan fiction, but, like, brought to life, Yeah,
exactly.
And it speaks to how fan culture itself has evolved. Like, fans aren't just passive audiences anymore.
Right, they're not just consuming.
Exactly. They're active participants. They're taking the things they love and reshaping them, remixing them, reinterpreting them.
And sometimes even, like, subverting them, like turning it on its head.
Totally. And this video, with its humor and its unexpected mashup, it really embodies that spirit of, like, playful creativity.
This is making me rethink all those, like, funny gaming moments compilations I used to watch.
Right. There's so much more to it and just like, oh, that's a funny clip.
Yeah. It's like a whole culture, a whole, like, way of interacting with the media you love.
Yeah.
Exactly. And that's what I love about doing these deep dives. You know, we can take something that seems simple on the surface and like really unpack all the layers of meaning and cultural significance.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So before we wrap up, I want to leave you with a little something to think about. You know, if this is what fan creation looks like today, what could it evolve into in the future? Will we see even more blurring of the lines between games and music and other forms of entertainment?
Yeah.
I think it's definitely something to keep an eye on.
For sure. Some food for thought.
Big thanks for joining us on this deep dive into the world of gaming and K-pop, and we'll catch you next time.
See ya.